Alright guys, again we're back up to Seacoast Sport Cycle. You've seen this guy before when we did the custom fitted Shoei helmet. Got a little teaser I'm going to throw right in here right about now. Something new. We'll let that go. Guys, something that is not out there on the market yet, but you see it here first. Ooh, an X15. And not to mention, they have got some additional colors. There's the matte black. There's a really cool looking blue one. And then look at this one here. Ooh. I know where you can get one today. And today I'm up here, I'm getting fitted for a new set of leathers. Little mishap this past weekend. My leathers don't fit perfectly. Tore up the sleeves, so they got to go out and get repaired. I'm going to keep them for a rain suit. But we're going to get something with a little color in it this time. And yeah, what better place to go than Seacoast Sport Cycle. I talked to Adam at the track, and he said, come on up, we'll get you all fitted. And this gentleman, Kyle, go ahead and identify yourself one more time for the local authorities.
Hopefully not too many authorities, but hi everybody, I'm Kyle. I work here at Seacoast Sport Cycle in the apparel section, and certainly here to help out with all your racing needs.
So what we're going to do today is I'm going to change out of this into my undersuit. One thing I want to talk about when I talk about undersuits, you need to wear something under your leathers. Wearing a t-shirt and stuff like that, yeah, okay. If you're racing, get an undersuit. One piece, something that's going to allow you to get out of your leathers. Because once you start sweating in your leathers, you're not getting out of them. You really need to have some type of undersuit. So I wear a Moto D. You'll see that here in the video momentarily. But you know, all the way up. So today we're going to do, I'll have my undersuit on, I'll have my vest on. We're going to try on a couple of different suits and let you see how they fit. These guys are saying they're going to squeeze me into a 52, but we'll see where that goes. So we'll be right back. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do like 3 little short segments. We're going to try on 3 different suits, a Revit and a couple of Alpenstar suits. And I've been wearing a 56, but it looks like they're going to be able to get me into a 54. It's going to be a little bit more form-fitting, a little bit better for me. You want to have your suit as tight as possible, but you still want to be able to move and breathe. And we're going to talk about air vest on or air vest off. Why don't you give us some features on the Revit suit, because that's the first one we're going to try.
Yeah, so the beauty of the Revit suit with this hyperspeed right here that we're checking out is going to be the great deal of mesh paneling. Hopefully you can pick it up on the screen just as well as in person, but it's a phenomenal job of keeping the suit cool and comfortable for the summer months, because the leather is going to do a phenomenal job at keeping you warmer in the shoulder season, the earlier round, the later round, stuff of that nature. But we certainly do want to have some air circulating through there, allowing you to breathe, both with expansion in the chest, as well as letting the body breathe a little bit, getting some moisture and sweat out of there. You're also going to have CE level 2 protection along the shoulder, the elbow, the hip, and the knee. So we'll have external sliders, shoulder, elbow replaceable at the knee, and then your knee puck Velcro just like everybody else's. So we've got accordion panels located throughout the suit, a bunch of different spots. So this is a Tech Air Ready suit, having these accordion panels located in strategic areas. So if you are wearing a Tech Air 5, Tech Air 10 is going to allow you to have the suit deploy inside, and at that point give you ample room so that we're not feeling like you are overly constricted with the airbag deployed, and still plenty safe with that.
Good, because I've had 2 Tech Air 5 deployments already. And I only got one more, and then I got to get the bladder replaced. But again, Seacoast Cycle at the racetrack, I managed to get my vest back within a few hours, and I was ready to go racing Saturday, but common sense got the better of me. So we're going to try on a suit. I'm going to start off there's two different ways you can do this. You can lay your Tech Air 5 or Tech Air 10 in the suit and then put it on. But because of the video, what we're going to do is I'm going to put the vest on. I'm going to pull the suit up, and Kyle's going to help me get the suit on. We'll zip it up, and I'll kind of do a little turnaround for you so you can see it. And then we'll move on to the next one. So without further ado,
to build off what you're saying, Craig, what we've seen a lot of success with for those individuals who don't have someone in the garage with them is putting the bag into the suit and then putting it all on as one unit. Seems to be pretty easy and the least amount of calories expended. If you have someone there with you and giving a hand, then it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen the other, because someone can at least help keep the suit from hiking up the airbag.
And that's a problem I've had, because 90% of the time I'm there by myself, I'm putting my stuff on. If I have the vest on, I kind of got to squeeze my neck back to get the back portion into the hump. A lot of times when I've got my bed set up in the trailer, I just lay the leathers on the bed, place the vest in it, pull the bottoms on, then pull up the top, and it's very easy. However, new leathers are always not the easiest to get on. So if we can grab that suit,
Yeah, absolutely.
we'll crank this on here. This one's got a little more color than my usual stuff, because my current suit is black.
Some good black here.
And black. But this one here's got a little bit of color to it, so.
Still has some black though to keep it slimming.
So I've got the bottoms on. Usually, like I said, I've got the vest already in there, but I can still get it on with the vest. It's just the vest will hike up as I slide these up, and I'm going to have Kyle give me a hand as we put the leathers on. So this is a 54, and it actually fits me pretty well. It's a little bit baggy in the thighs, but the lower legs are nice and tight, and as I zip it up, you'll see that it's pretty snug. So, as Adam said, salads.
Without having to put you on too much of a diet, we've got you into this 54, and it's something that having all of the stretch panels along the ribs, having that mesh along the front, it is going to stretch as well with the leather over time. So it might feel like there's a little bit of work day one getting into it, but certainly second round, third round in this thing, it should feel as comfortable as those 56s that you're coming out of.
So yeah, this is not bad at all. My other suit was quite a bit more baggy. I do have the vest on under here. If it goes off, you need that 2 inches, and these expansion panels are definitely going to pick that up.
Yeah, and if you don't mind doing a little twirl for us, Craig, we can see how all of these accordion panels haven't been utilized while you're standing here in the suit. And certainly I wouldn't expect those to really stretch a whole ton while you're on the cockpit of the bike either.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next suit, talk about the specifications and the features, and we'll be right back. As I take a breath. Okay, now we're going to try the second suit. We're going to be trying a...
So yeah, what we're going to put you into next, Craig, will be the Missile Ignition V2 from Alpenstars. So this is going to be a fantastic, mostly bovine suit from them. So instead of having the full mesh panel along the front, like the Revit that you tried on, this one's going to have the matrix material, which is the Alpenstars version of a highly abrasion resistant mesh. So this is going to help you breathe, as well as having the perforated leather along the front of it. And also have some perforations along the upper arm and down through the legs as well. Just like what we were talking about with the previous suit, we still have CE level 2, shoulder, elbow, hip, and knee. Knee pucks with Velcro, non-replaceable slider at the knee, non-replaceable slider at the elbow, non-replaceable slider at the shoulder. You'll also have some Cordura along the inside of the arms and inside of the legs, just like what you had just tried on for the sake of ease of entry and exit in the suit, and it's also a less critical area so that they can have that breathe more for you.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to try one on. I'll get the vest again.
So we're going to keep you in the black, yellow, and red theme here.
Oh, it's not fully black. It's kind of like a. It's kind of
Off black?
It's kind of like a spangly black there. It's kind of got a little shine to it.
Exactly.
It's almost like a gunmetal gray, to be truthful. And the vest is on.
Beautiful.
All right, here we go. One thing I just noticed, this might be just a little bit lighter than the Revit, it feels like. Is it, or am I just imagining?
I think you might have just burned some calories getting in and out of the Revit suit,
That's
so you
probably
might be
what it
lighter
is.
versus the suit. In theory, with the amount of the mesh material on the Revit, I think that should be a few grams lighter if we were to put them on the scale. Closer to round 2 already. Get you down to fighting weight in no time trying these things on.
Yeah, let's go with the sore side first. So, all right, bad side, good side. And then just getting the hump in, getting the vest down. So,
One thing, Craig, we could do to any of these suits as well, if you felt like one was close but not quite perfect across the shoulders, we could get the soft padding out of that hump on the back of the suit, and that would allow you to have a little bit more real estate for where that ECU and canister is going to live, hanging off the back of your vest. So just like what we were talking about in the previous suit, this is Tech Air ready, so we could put Tech Air 5, Tech Air 10 inside of it, and have ample room for deployment.
so as you can see, I'm in it. Feels pretty good. This one was a little bit easier to zip up.
Wonderful. So it is a little bit more, the Revit is going to be a little more triangular shape. This is going to be a little bit more cylindrical.
For the fat boys. It's going to be for the fat boys.
You can also see that we've engaged the accordion panels along the top of your shoulder, because this is a little bit more tailored inward at the top half.
All right.
Still a ton of room for the bellows along the sides there to be engaged if we have a deployment, or if we have another cold, wet weekend again and we have to go through a couple uses with the Tech Air bag.
Which we're not going to do. But, so that's...
Still a little baggy in the legs.
Well, that's...
So, lower half doesn't look terrible. Still feels like we're not able to spin the leathers around your leg, but does look just like it's got a little more real estate in the lower half of the suit than that Revit
Gotta do
had.
more squats.
There we go. Leg day every day.
Gotta do more squats. And again, all of these sizes, they're developed for the little people overseas, you know, the European guys. They're usually much smaller than Americans. Just the way it
Being
is.
designed in Italy, it certainly lends to one body type more so than the dad bod, but we've got a couple different cuts here to make sure we can accommodate all body sizes.
But this actually feels really good too. So that's number 2. And we'll be right back with number 3. We're going to talk about suit number 3.
All right, so we've got 2 suits for test subjects now. We're going to go into the third one, being the most aggressive cut on paper in the Alpenstars Fusion here. However, it has a ton of mesh material between the Ride Knit and the Matrix material. The Matrix material we had just discussed, which was in the Missile V2 here, is going to be even more expanded zones on the Fusion. So again, similar abrasion resistance to leather on pavement. However, it is something that's going to let just exponential more amounts of air through. We're also going to have Ride Knit instead of Cordura in the less critical zones of the suit. keeping you cool. And especially after you tried on 2 suits today, I think this will be a welcome 3rd suit to try on for breathability. Still talking CE level 2 in the shoulders, hips, knees, removable knee pucks, replaceable elbow sliders, and then static as far as the external knee and shoulder sliders. When we get you into this thing, it is, again, going to be a little bit more tight of a cut than anything else we've tried on. However, the Ride Knit and that matrix material should help it feel like it's actually more relaxed than it is.
All right, so let me get the vest on. Yes, I'm grunting and groaning because the ribs are still tender. But pain is nothing but weakness leaving the body. Just remember that, folks.
Think of how much better this process is going to feel when you're trackside at round 2.
It's going to feel way better.
All right, so here we are.
See, I can get my feet and my legs in these things without falling down, so I still got a little bit of balance in the old body.
Now, I think if you weren't wearing the Moto D base layer or one of the Alpine Stars base layers that we have, you would be on the ground in turtle shell in no time.
Undersuit guys, you got to wear them because you would never get this off. Yeah, I can see the legs are a little more aggressive on the fit.
Yeah, so this is going to be, again, on paper, the least amount of material we have to work with.
All right, let's go
That side first?
that side first and start the other side. There we are. So that went on relatively easy. I got a lot of stuff dangling here, but just kind of pull the vest down a little bit and tuck it in a little bit. We'll see how the zipping feels.
All right, so we've warmed you up in kind of the
Yeah, he kind of warmed me up with the other
triangular shaped
suits.
one, a more cylindrical one, and now this is just a tighter cylinder that you're hopping into.
Tighter fat boy suit.
Dad bod, that's the key word.
Dad bod?
It's in right now.
Is that what
That's
they
what I'm
call
told.
it? It does feel cooler. I can definitely tell.
Yeah, we've already taken out a lot less material from the legs, so you're much less baggy. On the lower half of the suit, we are starting to engage a little bit of the accordion panels around the back of the shoulder, but still tech air ready and plenty of room for a bag to deploy if needed in there.
Does this one have the removable soft foam in the back?
Absolutely. So yeah, for
So-
ease of entry and exit, maybe if this is the suit you fell in love with, we would go with removing the material out of the hump of the suit for making it just that much easier.
Not quite as baggy as the other one either.
Well, this is that tighter cut.
And as with all leather suits, they break in. They're going to get a little stretch to them. First couple of times you go out on the track, it's going to feel a little tight, and that's the way you want it. But once you break it in, once you put it on 2 or 3 times, it gets a little bit of moisture in it from your sweat. It's going to expand a little bit.
Yeah, it's certainly something that is only going to break in where it's feeling excessive amount of pressure on the suit. It's not just going to go everywhere in the suit just with time.
Exactly. So my pressure point in the middle, chest feels good. Sleeves, the arms really, there's no creasing or anything in the bending of the arms.
Yeah, that's the awesome feature of that Ride Knit material along the inside is that 4-way stretch design to it. And I would say at this point we would try boots on, get your gloves on, throw your legs over a bike and see what's going to be the winning call for a suit for you.
All right, so we'll be back. All right, guys, we're back. I think I'm probably going to go with, which suit is this?
This is the Fusion from
The
Alpine
Fusion
Stars.
from Alpine Star. I think that's the one I'm going to go with. It's got a lot of breathable material in it. It's going to stretch a little bit around the old dad bod, and it feels better than the other two did. And it's actually a more aggressive cut. So I'm going to finish getting dressed up, and he's going to talk about the fit with me on the bike. And luckily, we have an RS660 here.
It's not fully set up with all the woodcraft goodies just yet.
No,
it's certainly something that'll give you the idea of.
It's got the girly handlebars on it, but that's okay.
Alright, so Craig, what I really like to see here on you is the fact that as I grab a hold of your knee puck, it's pulling your leg with it. It's not something that as you try to find your lean angle, it won't allow the suit to twist around, because the second leather versus that Delrin hits the track, it's going to be something that will really upset you mid-turn, especially as you're trying to feel for where you are as far as that body position is going. So I'm really happy with how secure this is. If we have a incident where we're coming off of the bike, it seems like that level 2 protection is going to stay right in place, which is going to be key as well. One thing that I really should have hit on before we went into the gloves on, but your suit ended right where your wrist began, so it's nice not to have your suit pushing your gloves off. So that's certainly something that we want to see as well.
Plus I've got my watch on, which I never do, and I should have it off, but yeah, the gloves went on really easy. Hopefully you can still hear this with the helmet on. But it feels good on the bike. I was a little concerned about dropping a size, but they said they were going to get me into a tighter suit, and by God they did.
Well, it's just like with the helmet side of the world. If we find the most appropriate shape.
So let's talk a little bit about head position in a tuck. It doesn't have clip-ons, but my arms are usually down here, and I've got plenty of room to the hump where it's not pushing my head forward.
Yeah, and this is something that, again, for ease of entry and exit in the suit, as well as if there was some type of impingement happening because of where that hump is located on the suit, we could always get that material out of there, and that would give you even more room to look up and through the turn.
Perfect.
Especially climbing the hill coming in the floor.
All right, we'll be back with a final, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. Kyle doing this full time, fitting people, helmets, leathers, everything, the apparel here. He was really happy with the Fusion suit. I was as well. It felt good on. A little bit tighter than my old suit, but my old suit was the wrong size. So we're in the right size now. Everything feels good, other than my ribs. We showed you the setup on the bike, what he was looking for, and the more aggressive suit definitely fit. On the other two suits, the other Alpenstar and the Revit, I would say that they are exactly comparable as far as fit and finish, the way they felt on me. A little bit more baggy in the thigh area, and I had a little bit of knee movement, but I mean, as far as comparable suits, I think I would probably go, if I was going to go with one of these two, I would go with the Revit, just because it has a little more venting than the Alpenstar. And this is the, which suit?
That's the Missile V2.
The Missile V2. So, and this suit for the Revit is?
That's the Hyperspeed 2.
The Hyperspeed 2. So, either one of those would be a really good choice, especially if you're looking to save a few bucks when you're getting into racing. They both fit pretty much the same, but like I said, the Revit definitely has a little more venting than the Alpenstar. So with that, I'm going to close it up. Yeah, I'll come back and I'll do a closing from the studio. But for now, we're going to get packed back up. I'm going to go take some pain meds, I think, for these ribs. But we got through it.
Thank you, Craig.
All right, guys, just a quick closing. Great day. Took a ride up to Seacoast Sport Cycle. Got fitted for a new set of leathers. Got the correct size. Everything worked out. I tried on 3 different suits, and I chose the one that I like the best. And I'll be ready for round 2 coming up in 2 weeks. So, new leathers. Gotta love it. Seacoast Sport Cycle up in Derry, New Hampshire. Guys treat us amazing. They're always at the track. They've always got stuff for us, so make sure you support them. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Got to build up that subscriber base, guys. Hit the bell for notifications. Thumbs up helps the algorithm. If you're out riding, make sure you keep that shiny side up, rubber side down. As always, have yourself a great day.